Really, Bo? I know you lying. Sorry, y'all. Hey, Visha. Laura Brooks, Belgio 8. What's up, y'all? What is up? What is up? What is up? I almost said happy Monday. That was Bo. He jumped. And he jumped on the disc. Don't ask. How y'all doing today? Happy, blessed Tuesday. That's exactly what he wanted, Visha. That is exactly what he wanted. I said, Lord, what in the world? Our declaration on this morning is you get out what you put in. Oh my goodness. Listen, I'm going backwards and you springing ahead. Our declaration on this morning is you get out what you put in. I was sitting outside earlier today. And first of all, y'all, I got bit by mosquitoes this morning. I'm like, Lord, I ain't seen a mosquito in so long. I forgot what they look like. Excuse me. I forgot what it feels like to be bitten by a mosquito. Y'all, I got one on my hand. It's red. Y'all can see it. It's red. Hey, Visha. I got bit by in two different places. I said, Lord, I ain't seen a mosquito in so long. I forgot they existed. I ain't lying. If I'm lying, I'm flying. If I'm lying, I'm flying, and I ain't flying. But as I was sitting out there before I got bit by the mosquitoes, I kept hearing the Lord repeat Matthew 9:37. The harvest is plenty. That's exactly right, Natasha. The harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. I don't know who needs to hear that, but I'm going to say it again. I kept hearing God say, the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. And then he said, in this season, you get out of it, right? What you put in. He kept going. He said, you get out of this season what you're willing to work for. Because the harvest is not something that just falls in your lap. It must be harvested. I'm going to say it again. He said the harvest is not just something that just falls in your lap. It must be harvested. I'm going to say it again. You get out what you put in this season. You get out of this season what you're willing to show up and work for. You get out of this season, come on, a harvest that you're willing to harvest. And I believe he's saying that because for a lot of us, last year, the last season, for a lot of us, it was the roughest season ever. It's like it was a season where we barely made it. We barely got out of it. And he knows that that for a lot of us, even though we were out of that season, it created like a sense of exhaustion. Stop it, Capone and Bo. It created a sense of exhaustion. And even in the confines of new seasons, the greatest temptation, especially coming out of a season that exhausted you, is the temptation to be lazy, the temptation to not show up, the temptation to slack, the temptation to give yourself a break when you should be pedal to the metal. Your blessings are counting on you to show up. Your blessings, stop it. Your blessings are counting on you to do the work at harvesting them. And I just kept hearing that scripture, Matthew 9:37. The harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. And for me, I know that God was, I had a moment where I'm like, God, I've been so busy that it's almost like, Lord, goodness, he's giving me a grace to where I don't feel exhausted, but I recognize that the effort that I'm having to put in to show up is beyond another level. And he dropped that in my spirit. He said, what you're doing, child, is you're harvesting your blessings. It takes effort. It takes work. And if we can be real, the harvesting part of farming is one of the hardest parts. Yes, it takes effort to prep your soil. Yes, it takes patience and all of those things, right? But the harvesting part, it takes the majority of the work. Because for one seed that's sown, you can reap 50 to 100 pieces of fruit. The harvest is always a multiplication of what we sow. This season is a harvest season. It's a season where all the seeds that you've sown in previous years is paying off. So don't let the devil tempt you. Don't let yourself tempt yourself into being lazy, into, stop it, y'all, into not showing up the way that you need to. Again, I heard it. This morning, God said, the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few, meaning not many people are willing to do the work at harvesting the harvest from the seeds that they've sown. Don't let that person be you, because in this season, you're going to get out of it what you're willing to show up for. You can only get a harvest that you're willing to harvest. I'm going to say it again. You can only get a harvest that you're willing to harvest. So whatever that looks like for you today, I believe that we're all in different phases in this season of harvesting, because we're all coming out of different situations, even though they may be similar. We've all sown different seeds. We all have different destinies. And so maybe God has had you in a place of, maybe it's been about relocation. Maybe it's been about, new business ventures. Maybe God has had you renovating your house. Whatever the case may be, maybe it is business related. Maybe it's relationally. Show up and put in the work, because that's the only way that you get the harvest. That's the only way you get to enjoy the harvest, is if you do that. And that's this morning's word. You get out of it this season, this month, what you're willing to show up for. And that's it. That is it. So if this word has blessed you, can you please just hit that thumbs up button, that like button here? Yeah. Wow. My God. My God. My God, Visha. My God. And if this word was for you, which I feel that if you're here, it was for you in some way, shape, or form, I ask that you would just simply tell God thank you. My God. I ask that you would just simply tell him thank you. And so that is it. That's the word this morning. There are some of y'all that need to sow. Yeah. And you label this your I'm reaping what I sow seed. I'm reaping what I sow. Whether you putting the $1 in the ground, whether you putting 50, whether you putting 100, whether you putting 30, whether you're putting 10 in the ground, you let God lead you with what you sow. And so that is it, y'all. That is it. That is it. The funds that come in are going to go towards paying rent. We're a few $100s short of what we need to get that paid in full. I want to say we're like at 522 away from having what we need to pay it in full. So that's how the funds are going to go towards. God has been so gracious to let me catch up on bills and not start this month feeling like I'm having to play catch up. And so that is it, y'all. I love y'all. I'm rooting for you. I encourage you, if you're not yet following on TikTok, we're going live in about 45 minutes. So I want to encourage you guys to shift over with us to TikTok. If you have not bought any shirts, we have new shirts available. No Broke Days, Millionaire Mindset. Next week, we'll probably be dropping another shirt. If you're following me on TikTok, we also have a raffle. And the raffle is a raffle that we do at the end of every single month. It's $10, and the winners win a free session with me. For every 10 people that enter, I choose one winner. While I let the raffle wheel choose one winner. And so they have been vision. So I ask that you guys, if you're interested in that, sign up for it. Sign up for the raffle. And so that is it, y'all. I love y'all. I'm rooting for you. And so till next time, y'all. Peace.